Hello, I'm FGX and I personally hold the controversial opinion that you should never cheat on any multiplayer game, especially if you're not playing with other people who also aren't cheating. This is because you're basically just robbing the fun from people who are trying to play the game normally, and I don't think it's a cool move. I think it's actually a bit of a jerk move to take someone else's fun, and surprisingly enough, this is actually an issue in Minecraft as well. Again, you wouldn't figure that this is a competitive game or anything like that, but a lot of people, take any community server or realm that's open to the public, and they'll buy a hacked client, not just using the free ones. A lot of people buy hacked clients. They spend money just to try and ruin other people's funds. And sometimes it's in a really subtle way, just going in creative, getting some diamonds every now and then, but sometimes they make the most ridiculously hacked weapons, they ruin a server, and I want to get in the minds of these people. I want to see why they do this, so we've set up a brand new world today. It's going to be called the 100% Survival Realm. We've reset it to factory default, and anytime anyone uses creative, I'm going to be watching them from an old account, and I'm going to try and suss out what they do, a little bit like Chris Hansen. But it is something that I think is indefensible once you really drill down to it, so let's try today to go a little bit Chris Hansen on some Minecraft hackers slash griefers slash people who go into creative when you're playing survival. So funnily enough, maybe people know, or maybe, this is just the one time we've had a server go pretty okay, but I've been on here for 4 hours now just kind of watching things, and for the most part, with very few exceptions, no one has really done anything, at least in the creative slash cheating side of things. There's a lot of weird stuff going on, like there's a guy who's just been running around on a donkey this entire time for some reason, question mark, and there's also a guy in chat who's like, I am kill other people, you can have yourself back if you join, you can have your stuff back but join, I will kill you unless join, do you want to join? Run. And it's like, okay, that's like, it's awkward, a little bit cringy, and a little bit painful. We'll wait until we get some reports and go do some other video stuff, because it seems as though things are going okay right now. So whenever you sign up for a brand new Xbox account, Xbox just gives you a default name. You can always change it later, or we can stick with Coronary Moss 390 and this profile picture. And you know, this is good enough for me apparently. So now we just have to join the server using this. Again, we don't have to care about the rest of this, and then give ourselves OP so that we can follow around the hackers and have more powers than them. And here we are now inside the Minecraft realm. Again, I look like a normal person. I'm curious if people will behave, nicely to a random stranger, because I've never obviously seen my own realm through a third-person perspective, so let's try and join their house and see if they let me in, or if they're not nice, or, let's also see if there's any creative stuff going on. We want to make sure there's none of that creative nonsense here, and yeah, let's hop inside. As you can see, we got a lovely base here. Hi, friends. Let's say hi. Just the word hi, show that I am in fact a real person, and see if we make some friends. So at least so far, the server seems relatively friendly and pleasant. Everyone's being nice. There's no creative stuff going on, and that's what we want on the server. But again, the problem with having any open server, anyone can join this, it's public on the Discord, is eventually there's always someone who joins who wants to ruin everyone else's fun. They think, having my own fun, that sounds like fun maybe, but what would be more fun is if I tried to destroy people. Like, they see a multiplayer game as a single-player game, and even as a single-player game, they're like, it's way easier just to cheat to win this one. And that's what always confuses me about these sorts of people. But yeah, we're going to be diving in and asking questions as soon as we find someone, because I guarantee you, within the hour, there'll be someone like that who joins. Or at least, if they don't, then happy days. I now have an infinite amount of invisibility, an infinite amount of night vision, and I'm going to fly around, not to do anything, just to kind of observe people. Again, this is basically the closest thing we have to Spectator on Bedrock. There's no dedicated mode, so it's going to be my way to properly monitor people and to deliver the justice that might be needed, because again, someone is supposedly flying. I think it might be that guy. Oh no, he was just on the ground, I couldn't see. But someone was flying. Let's find out who they are, and let's make sure they get justice. See what I mean right here? We've got someone who's flying, and right now they're not doing it too maliciously. It's just like, oh, I needed to chop down a tree, so I started flying real fast to do that. But it's still a bit like, okay, so you're going to do this, and it's clear that their goal is to, like, eventually start flying people. People use whatever hacks they can, despite, it said clearly, 100% survival only. The server was named that, but the person's like, that rule doesn't apply to me. I don't need to be the sort of person who follows rules or does anything like that, and it looks like they're going to do some bad things now. Okay, so before we get rid of him, I feel like it's worth doing just a little bit of, like, counter-trolling to make this guy feel a little bit worse about himself. As soon as he's by himself, I'm going to make him suspicious by just maybe removing his furnace. Like the other guy's back's turned, just remove that and then go, I just want to see his reaction to this sort of stuff. He seems just really confused right now, like he's trying to attack someone. He doesn't know exactly where they're coming from, but he doesn't trust anyone. And now I think he saw me. Oh, he said, "Get out or I'll kill you," looking directly at me. I think he knows what's going on here, which means now comes the question of like, we got to ask him why he does what he does. So we placed a sign to do that, because again, there's no way for him to know who I am if it's just the sign. Don't destroy the sign. I'm trying to. You see, like, there's literally not even a respect for, like, this is just how you play Minecraft. You fly around, right? So we're trying to get this guy to realize this message right here, but there's another guy just destroying the sign. I need to, look, the other guy's on board with it too, so we need to, oh no, what are you doing, man? I hack for the power of good. Do you see, like, you confront people about it and they're like, oh no, yeah, it's probably a good idea. It's exactly like, the Predators on Chris Hansen, where it's like, oh, yeah, you can't even justify this to yourself, really, let alone to anyone else. You just feel like, the rules that should apply to everyone shouldn't apply to you. And this is like the mildest version of it. But, to just like be so blasé about it. Like, yes, of course I hack. And assuming that there's nothing that I can do about it, he's just fine with that. That's not how this one works. So let me do some justice right now. Okay, I've told him to stop flying. If he ignores that or tries to justify it any further, then what I'm going to do is I can actually kick him directly from my Switch, which is set up with my OP account. So we should be able to real easily. I guess you are one too. Only or does he assume I'm Toy Cat already? Or Toy Cat? So I'm a hacker or I'm Toy Cat? But I mean, like, that's not what I asked. I said stop flying. We'll see what he does. I'll stop flying, but if there's an issue, you bet I'll save the day. See, that's the closest thing I've ever seen to a justification for this one. I'll see what he does. I'm gonna follow him for a bit, and then I'm gonna ban him. If anything goes on here. Okay, so there's a guy called the 44th Gamer who is hacking and killing people. Look, again, he's just flying around, and I really want to know why or what he's doing. Although we've got two hackers, we've ended up with a hacker fight, it seems. See, do you see how insane this is? There are only 10 people allowed in a world. This guy, he sees me and he's trying to hit me as fast as he can. There's 10 people allowed in a world, but this guy is trying to do it. It's just absurd to me. So now I need to quickly try and encourage this guy to stop hacking. I'm gonna bring him over here real quick. Oh yeah, let's put down a sign. Let's teleport him to it. That's the best idea. Okay, so we're gonna... Oh no, he left the realm. As I was trying to... I was trying to convince him, like, what went wrong with his ways, but he just left the moment I did that to him. However, we still have the issue of Orange Justice, who claims to be Justice. Oh, he sees me. He knows I'm here somehow. But we still have the issue of this guy, so we're gonna try and work out why he did it too. We got two hackers we need to say hello to. So we're going to sit this guy down in the easiest way possible. Just get to a top of a mountain and give him some signs and try and ask him why he's doing what he's doing. Why are you hacking, man? Just tell me why you did it. Because I can't use the chat right now without giving away my identity. So we'll just try to get him. I'll give him a sign maybe. That's it. He kills other hackers, not me. See, I don't know if I buy the whole, like, I only hack to kill hackers. Because we've seen that said twice now. Well, he kind of said he was doing it for a good cause, and I'm not sure how to properly react to that one, but what I will do is I'll try anyway. Okay, we're going to try and convince him that that doesn't make it okay. Just gonna give him a little sign like this. Over here, friend. Really? Of course. Of course it's not okay to download hacks just in case any hackers come on. Oh, he's going to disable them. That's nice of him. But... again, it's hard to hate these guys. These aren't the people who, like, we're looking for. There's going to be more people like the guy flying around just to try and kill people. I wanna try and, sit them down for a bit of justice. So we'll keep on waiting for guys like that to show up. So I left the realm for literally a couple of days, and somehow in that time, what was a really nice peaceful survivor community, where I literally couldn't find hackers, despite trying my very hardest, turned into this. And I can't help but feel, maybe I'm the naive one, but I can't help but feel, but maybe all of this, including the Bedrock, including the floating chunks, maybe, just maybe someone hacked it. I mean, maybe I'm the crazy... Yeah, I mean, it really could be anything. Like, destroying Bedrock happens all the time in legit survival, but you can see my point that, like, all it takes is just a flurry of hackers one day coming in to a server that, like, again, they ruined a lot of people's fun. But yeah, we're going to try right now, and we're going to try and see if we can maybe, just maybe, find some hackers and do some jobs. Oh, I think I might have just done something. So either this person is a hacker or they're trying to fix the hacking. I'm going to assume by the fact that they're placing dirt by hand. That maybe they're actually trying to fix. Again, it's it's literally trying to fix one of the hardest things to fix, but they're doing it. If nothing else, that's kind of nice, I guess. There's literally a command block here. I mean, like, come on. But oh, it says kill red. I really want to know what happens when you press it now. I shouldn't have pressed it. Oh, it's a command block to kill one person. Okay, so we found someone with full diamond enchanted armor. I'm sure it's not legitimately enchanted. A totem of undying, which, again, I have to imagine is not legitimate. And a pork chop. So, a little bit suspicious of this, but no reason to be suspicious yet till we can see what's in their inventory and what their armor actually is. Because they technically could have gotten that totem legit, but again, I'm suspicious, so for now, we'll keep an eye on this person, I guess. Oh no, somehow, okay, so I mean, I've ended up surrounded by this at spawn, which is not where you want to be usually. Yeah, so I managed to get myself in an infinite death loop somehow. I mean, I'm literally the admin of the server, but there's no way past this, it seems. I'm just trapped eternally in here. Well, that's sad. I'm gonna need to wait until the server clears, and then we can start dealing some hacker justice. Or maybe the hackers have somehow done more justice to me. But there's no way for me to fix this without resetting the realm a little bit. But, I mean, the fact that they managed to do that to an OP with flying around... Whatever. Okay, then.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Aha! I finally found someone. So, admittedly, I had to get off that account because it's trapped in a giant cobweb ball. But this is a person very clearly flying in a 100% survival world. They immediately, the moment they spotted me, like, oh no, they don't even care. Their whole thing is like, oh yeah, this is okay. I mean, just because it's meant to be 100% survival doesn't mean that I can't do this. But you know, it does mean you can't do that. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give them a good old talking to. I feel like he put his stuff in an inner chest just so he could avoid the inevitable thing that's going to happen here. Eating ruins it for everyone, man. I'm going to be nice about him. It's a hack. It's the only way I can survive. You know, this has gotten really messy, right? Like, people have now started hacking to protect against hackers, but then it's like, you know, how can you tell who the good hackers are? You know, you don't need a good guy with hacks to protect from a bad guy with hacks, because now we're all using hacks and we're all hacking each other, and I don't know, I feel a little bit bad for this guy, but I also feel like, you know, let's at least set an example, right? Yeah, I mean, he literally has a shulker box right here, where he has 61 enchanted golden apples, so I just feel like it's definitely not legitimate. I'm sorry, Rock Saturn 8246. But I'm going to need you to take a seat right over here. I'm going to make him a nice little chair. He's actually kicking a seat. This is fuel right here. Why do you think hacking is ever good, Mr. Rock Saturn 8246? It's not really... See, it's the exact same, like, kind of justification of, like, you know, now that you ask me, I guess it's not a good thing to be doing. He says, I'd love to play normally, and I just say, lots of other people play normally. Why do you feel exempt? Why do you feel like you get to be a special hacker? Ah, he's been in a death loop. There's no other way. Hacking was the only way out. And once he installed the hacks, he just figured, why not keep using them forever? But you know, even though, you know, he might be a good guy hacker, he did take a seat. He did cooperate with me. I feel like we do at least have to kick him. We have to prove an example. And I'm sorry, Mr. Rock Saturn, but you're the first person I found like this. So, I mean, my game, like, literally froze up while trying to search for him. This is why you need a second device to actually ban people. So, there's just something about this realm that's just tricky to really grasp, because I can never find anything too serious on the hacking front. Like, I found a guy flying and that was about it. But then every time I come in here, there's something wilder than there was before in terms of how much things have been destroyed. Like, just look at this. Like, some... and there's literally a piece of, you know, is that cobblestone, bedrock, dirt? It's just cobblestone, but like Daddy Toy Cat. I mean, like, I don't even know what to think about this entire world. So somehow this was meant to be the world where I fix things, I save things, and somehow it just hasn't worked out that way. Look at this. This is a lovely little community they've made down here under the ground. I'm hoping it doesn't get found. But yeah, in spite of that, okay, we're going to keep searching around. In spite of that, stuff is getting destroyed. Someone is hacking somewhere. I'm assuming this guy's hacking. Yeah, okay, so this person either hacked or killed someone who hacked. And it's like, so what? What is that? Oh, here we go. We literally have Who Ate My Cookie? And, yeah, I mean, they have a enchanted helmet, enchanted boots. They flew over to me. That was the biggest one. I mean, now he's eating an enchanted golden apple, but I asked, why are you cheating? Hopefully I get some form of response. So he's literally not responding to me. He's staring near me. I'm going to ask him again. Why are you cheating? Please tell me, Mr. Who Ate My Cookie. Yes. Why are you cheating? Yes is the answer. Oh, okay. We worked it out, guys. We've solved this mystery. Why, though? Because. Lol. Oh, okay, guys. We have officially found the best justification for hacking. You know that it hurts everyone when you do. I don't know. I'm bad. Okay. And, okay, he's giving me a lot of enchanted golden apples. Like, he's giving me the hacked stuff, which is nice of him. But, like, you know, I'm an OP on the realm. If I wanted to get stuff, I could. But the point is that I don't. The point is I don't give myself stacks of golden apples and diamond blocks. He does not understand my objection to his hacking in the slightest. I says, you know when you do it hurts everyone? I say, why are you doing it? And he says, yes. He says, here's some diamond blocks. Now I'm going to walk away. I'm going to ban you. I'm going to actually tell him. I just want to see his reaction. Like, I don't think he understands how humans are meant to react to questions and accusations of bad behavior. And we'll see if, like, he just responds yes. Aw, sad face. He's got emotions and everything. Oh, you can actually just immediately shoot him with an arrow, and that's just as good. And now, this guy, he has hacked stuff, so he doesn't deserve it. So we're just going to shoot him too, and that's going to be my solution here. So, oh, he didn't actually die instantly. There we go. 2 people dead, 2 hackers down, and now we're going to go out and we're going to ban them. They just have so much hacked stuff. Like, why do you even want this many end dragon eggs? Like, there is no use for this besides to show off that you're hacking at that very moment. There's no use for, like, any of this. It's just, like, he's got end portal. Oh, okay, this is just too crazy for me. So, I'm going around again to try and, you know, catch some people in the act. It really hasn't been successful so far. I'll be entirely honest on that one. Because the interesting thing now is that we have people who definitely have hacked gear. He's eaten enchanted golden apples while fighting, like, skeletons for some reason. He has an elytra, he has a crazy enchanted sword, a totem of undying in one hand for some reason. But at the same time as all of this stuff, you know, he could have just killed a hacker. He could have just found it on the ground. A hacker could have given it to him. It's not really clear. So we're going to try and catch someone in the act of hacking again. Like, maybe we just did. We have a guy who I think has actually tried to make a house here. I mean, it's not a very compelling house. It's not a very good house. But I'm not going to say he's hacking just yet, because this all seems legit so far. Okay, so I'm going to assume that so far we have real people playing real survival, but there's just been enough hackers now that now everyone's a hacker by default. So I think this is actually the biggest fail we've had for an experiment so far. I'm going to keep going a little bit more, but I think trying to catch people in the act of hacking gets impossible once one hacker gets through. Once the realm becomes properly ruined, once there is just a big mess that people are dealing with, like right here, once hackers have gone on there, once hacked stuff is available, it's impossible to differentiate hackers from non-hackers. We're all hackers now, is what I'm saying in other words. Like, it's so abundantly clear that some, you know, hacking crime has gone on here, that someone has, you know, been using the fill command. Somehow, like, how do you even hack to get fill, you know, the fill command? Someone has managed to do that in spite of everything else you'd expect, which is pretty wild, pretty crazy, but there's nothing we can really do about that. It turns out that, you know, you can spot that hacking is happening really easily, but unless you're on at all times to even catch the hackers, you can only ever catch what is hacked stuff. It's hard to find the actual hackers themselves most of the time. So this time when I jumped on the server, people started to praise me, being like, oh my god, Toycat's here, which makes me think that maybe, just maybe, there's a hacking-related incident that maybe I can solve. Because again, there's just more and more hacking. Every time I go on the server, it seems fine, and every time I leave for just a few minutes, it just, like, these show up. Like, there's just end portals there, and this guy just has full-on stuff, and he's firing an arrow at me that can teleport me. How is that a possible thing? How did he just teleport me using an arrow? I don't know. That makes no sense. But it's a... it's a thing he can apparently do. Every single person on this server marked survival only is doing some amount of absurd hacking, and it just, or not necessarily hacking, but like benefiting from hacking, or doing something themselves. And I just don't know. It's like, you know, corruption in insert country here. Everything's just so corrupt that, like, the only way to, you know, beat it is to join it in some way, it seems, at the very least, based on this. And yeah, I don't know what to say about this. There's literally a guy duplicating in front of me. If you don't know, that's how you can duplicate. You use pistons, and, like, it looks super weird, but you can do it. I'm just gonna quickly do it. Basically, this realm has proven to me that no matter how much you truly believe in 100% survival, even if you want to enforce things behind the shadow, you need to have a lot of, like, on-the-ground forces all the time, Even a few minutes in lapsing, even like literally, I went out for an hour. I went to get some hot wings. It was a nice thing, and in the time I get back, it's like it got worse somehow. Like there's some nice things, but clearly creatively made things. Like this isn't something you make in survival using iron blocks you naturally got. It's just like or duplicated / creative / some combination. But do you see my point here? That this is just all an absurd thing where they can even fire arrows at me. They can evade death. They can. It is impossible to win if you allow the hacking to start in the first place. Literally everyone has duplicated machines, by the way. Anyway, my point here is not really much of anything. It's more just, you know what? No matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you believe in yourself, a realm that you believe is 100% survival will never truly work. I think you need to have some form of either like secret police force, some proper enforcement. If you have it open to everyone, this will happen. Even if you go secretly try to hack man people, unless you're doing it non-stop, literally 100% of the time having some form of OP, that like, I mean, like, look at the moment, like, there's literally a dude flying around lighting villages on fire. This can't even be fun, he just likes destruction, apparently. And yeah, this is why we can't have nice worlds. I totally agree, but I'm gonna be trying one more idea, because, you know, of all of the experiments, they pretty much all failed, right? This is another failed realm experiment. However, the one that came closest to succeeding, in my mind at least, was the one where we ran it like a communist dictatorship. I feel like that went quite well. So the logical conclusion is to try the most similar thing we can, which is going to be a democracy. We're going to run a Minecraft realm like a democratic style. There's going to be voting, there's going to be stuff like that, and we're going to model it after the most successful democracy, which is of course North Korea. So yeah, if you want to see that Minecraft realm, it's going to be coming up somewhat soon on the channel, because, you know, this one was a failure, the last one was half of a failure, and I feel like the trend is always downwards, so we're going to try and make things better. If you want to learn about that, make sure you follow me at IDXToyCat on Twitter. I'll tweet out when it happens. You don't need to tweet me. A lot of people tweet me like and email me and Discord me all day. It's like, look, I'll tell you when it's happening. You'll know via the Twitter. That's the best way to find out. If you send me an email, then it's just going to be like, oh yeah, well, check the Twitter. That's how you know things. So at Twitter, at IDXToyCat, if you want to learn with these things. And yeah, for now, I hope you'll enjoy this video, because I'll see you all in what's totally going to be the next successful one in the future. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all there. Goodbye.